Today, I'm going to tell you the secret to unlocking self-discipline. I remember when I was 16 years old and I got my driver's license. It meant freedom, a sense of adulthood, making my own decisions for what really felt like the first time. I could leave when I wanted, go the direction that I wanted to get where I was going, and if I'm honest, get there as fast as I wanted to get there. Then I turned 18, and according to the law, I was an adult. I could do whatever I wanted. I could go wherever I wanted. Technically, I wanted to do it, I could do it. It was a game changer. I stayed up later. I slept in longer when I could, and I made my fair share of terrible choices, of course, along the way, learning the whole time. It might not have been a car for you. It might not have been turning 18, but what is it about getting out from underneath the rule of our parents or the people that have been over us since we were kids that feels so great? College students take advantage of this, and they take this freedom to a whole other level, pushing life itself to the very edge sometimes. Now, trust me, I'm not saying that this should not be the case per se, or that it should change, but check this out. The other day, I had a light bulb moment of sorts. Something that caught me so off guard that I couldn't stop thinking about it until I wrote it all down in my journal and consequently made this video that you're watching right now. I was over at my friend's house, and this is actually a pretty common situation, so this was not a super weird deal, but it just stood out to me. I was over at a friend's house, and he and his wife were getting ready to put their kids to bed. And they put their kids to bed, they come back in the living room, and we sit up and talk for a little while longer. And they proceed to tell me about how their kids have this schedule. It's a regimented schedule, and they go to bed at the same time every night, and they get up at the same time every morning, and they eat at the same time, and they eat the same kind of things, and all this kind of stuff. And as they were talking to me about this, it occurred to me, or the thought came into my mind, why do parents, like your parents, my parents, parents of kids today, set such strong structure for kids, but then when we become adults ourselves, we find it so difficult to set similar structures in our own lives? Why do we struggle with discipline? Your parents disciplined you, but we have such a hard time disciplining ourselves. So this led me down a thought process that I want to share with you. And I've come to call it parenting yourself. Now I'm going to show you two columns, okay? And the two columns here, on one side we have things that parents do, and on the other side we have what we need to do as adults. You ready? Here we go. Parents make kids go to bed at a certain time. We need to try and go to bed at a certain time every night. Parents make kids clean their room and make their bed. We need to clean up after ourselves and make our bed every morning. Parents tell kids to not eat junk food all of the time. We as adults need to be eating healthy and saying no to all the bad that's placed in front of us all the time. Good parents don't let kids watch bad movies. And we, as adults, still need to be careful of what we let entertain us. Parents teach kids to be nice and to share. As adults, we still need to help people around us and be willing to give or to share things that we have been given. Parents make sure that the TV is turned off at a certain time. We as adults need to turn off electronics after a certain time too. Good parents teach kids to work hard and to not cheat. As adults, we need to still work hard and not cheat. Parents teach kids to have a piggy bank. And as adults, we still need to save and invest money that we have. Parents tell kids to get off of the game and go outside and play. And as adults, we need to make sure that we're getting our exercise and allowing our body to move more than it doesn't. Parents teach kids to brush their teeth. And as adults, well, we need to have good hygiene and take care of ourselves. Now, the list could go on and on. Here's the point, though. If you're watching this video right now, you probably don't have parents or some other adult figure that's waking you up in the morning and tucking you in at night. Someone that is telling you what to do and what not to do. Someone that is holding your hand and leading you along the way. On the one hand, now that can be a great feeling. It can be a wonderful thing. Freedom is wonderful. On the other side, though, you've still got to recognize that this is something that you need. If we don't recognize that we need discipline, then we're never going to have it. The key to self-discipline is realizing that you need it. If you don't think that you need discipline, then you're never going to take the proper steps to actually get it. If you think that you got it all figured out, or that life is some sort of game that you can just kind of go along and hopefully win, or that the way things are right now is the best it could possibly be for you, then that's how it's always going to be. But if you recognize that you need discipline and that with discipline comes greatness, that the reason why parents actually do this structure thing with their kids is because they want their kids to be great. The reason why they put these structures in place is because they want their kids to be healthy. The reason why they put these structures and these processes in place is because they want their kids to have great days and great sleep and good mornings and want things to be well for their kids. Why can't we want that same thing for ourselves? Why can't we look at ourselves in the mirror and say, I want you to be healthy. I want you to have great sleep. I want you to have great mornings. I want you to have great days. Like, why can't we recognize that discipline leads to those things? I'm just as guilty. I'm saying we've got to start with something small. Start with something small. Make your bed in the morning. I don't care if you wake up late and you're going to be late for work. Take an extra 45 seconds, 60 seconds. Make yourself do it in the mornings. No matter how late you think you're going to be, do it every single day. Then try something else. Try going for a run. Try putting away some money. Put something in savings that you normally wouldn't do. Put some money away where you can't get to it or touch it. And you know what? You're going to mess up on all of this. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to get it right every single time. But when you do mess up, it's okay. Don't let yourself get away with it for long. If you forget to make your bed, make sure you do it the next day. If you spend the money that you've saved, then stop. Make sure you don't do it again. This is what discipline is. This is telling yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, getting onto yourself, putting yourself in time out, teaching yourself a lesson, saying no. Life is about way more than doing whatever you want whenever you want to do it. In fact, saying no to what you think you want right now will actually give you what you really want later. Trust me, this works. Listen, like, subscribe, and hit the bell down at the bottom. It would really mean a lot to me if you did subscribe. If you leave a comment below about discipline in your life and how you have been disciplined or how discipline has changed you. Have you seen that maybe what discipline really is parenting yourself? Let's start a conversation in the comments about this, because I think it's so important, and it'll really change the game for us. Until next time, we'll see you.